Hello, this is Kenji, and welcome to another Wednesday Musings from the Spirit of New Earth. Today, I'd like to share with you my experiences with Amma, the hugging saint from India. Now, this is back in the day of my very long Dark Night of the Soul episode that began in the late 80s and went into the 2000s. And it was at a time when I came back and stayed with my parents in the Bay Area, California, and eventually ended up taking care of my mom, who began to have a series of strokes and became bedridden. So along with my dad, we took care of her for a number of years until she passed in 1997. So during that time, I felt very alone in the Bay Area with all that noise and traffic and people. And I just didn't know what to do with my life at that time. And moving back to the area, I didn't have any friends other than my cousin and someone that I had met that I became kind of close with. But soon afterwards, after the '89 Santa Cruz earthquake, she had passed on. So basically, I was kind of stuck alone in the Bay Area. And boy, I just went to kind of deep hopelessness and despair and had no vision of where I wanted to be and where I wanted to go with very little money. So it was around early 90s, and I found out about this hugging saint called Amma. I used to call her Amma. And she had a ashram in San Ramon, so not too far away from where I was staying with my parents. And I went to visit the ashram many times for her darshans, but also found out that she was touring, and she would go to churches in the Bay Area, and I would follow her from church to church, sitting in the audience, waiting to get my hug. And these were like sometimes 5-hour experiences with Amma's energy. Basically, why I wanted to share this was because she was my only support, my only spiritual support pillar that I believed I had in my life at that time. So I would go and sit in the audience, would go into meditation, would tune into the energies, and it was just exquisite. And I remember my first hug, she gave it at a very small church in Albany, California, right near where I was living. And there was only at that time about, I'm gonna guess, maybe 100 people that came for the hug. But I remember coming up to her and getting my 1-minute hug. And I went back to my seat and I realized I was like blasted. I was like stoned. I was like, wow, something just like hit my awareness. And so I was basically stunned for about an hour or so. I sat back in my chair and just received the vibrations of her love. So that was the start of my connecting with Amma. And back in those early days, before we had the numbers thing, I would go and sit on the stage in back of where she was sitting in her chair. And I remember it was just an exquisite experience of seeing all these people that needed to be hugged, maybe for the first time in their life. And they would end up crying and sobbing and weeping. And I thought to myself, wow, humanity has never really gotten hugs in their life. So they're coming to this woman for this 1-minute hug that could change their life and initiate healing in their body and in their minds. And I got really addicted to Amma's energy. And I would follow her around, Berkeley, her ashram, the different places that she would tour and give her darshans. And I remember in her San Ramon ashram, it would be an all-day affair. It would be like starting at 9:30 and ending like 2:30, 3 o'clock, because I would normally go to the morning sessions. And I would just be in that energy for like 5, 6 hours straight. And it was so easy to meditate and tune in. It was my saving grace. So I wanted to share this with you in case you ever get to have darshan with her. I'm not sure if she's doing that anymore, but she's kind of saved my life for all those years. And it was really interesting. The last darshan I went to at her ashram, I felt like I didn't need to go see her anymore. So I'm sitting there with my friend and I'm waiting to get hugged. And I heard her say to me, "You don't need to come anymore." And I went, wow, I got I think I got about 20 hugs altogether from her. It was really nice. So after that, when I moved to Seattle, she was up there for a darshan, and I thought I'd go just to see. Not that I doubted her that I didn't need to go anymore, but I went, got my number, and sat in line to get my hug, and nothing really happened. So I realized I got what I needed to get from her, from all those previous hugs and all those many hours in her aura. And so this is kind of like a tribute to Amma, to thank her for her world service, to know that she helped me out a lot in my life, and she was really a support pillar for me in those times of loneliness and despair. So I hope this helps in some way, that you can tune into their energy. And how about we do this before we close today? Let's invite Amma into this musing and allow her to tap into your sacred heart, to give you whatever is needed in your life. So Amma, can you please come with your divine presence and your love, and to touch all those that are listening to this musings from the spirit of New Earth, from the spirit of Amma. We thank you, Amma, for your love and service to humanity and the planet, and to all the children, to all that which you have given to the peoples of the earth, and in your home country, India, your hospital, your schools, and all the free darshans that you've given. I want to acknowledge over 1 million hugs you have given to people. Quite amazing indeed, Amma. And we wish you the best of health, Amma, and to all your disciples, to your staff. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you. Many blessings, Ammachi. We love you.